Alright guys, so this is going to be my review of the Oshkosh Striker 3000 ARFF runaway truck. I don't have much knowledge within the real machine, but I will review the model in a way that it will definitely let you decide whether you want it or not. And I'm pretty sure after seeing the review, you're definitely going to want it. So be sure to stick around to the whole review. Anyway, we'll start off with one feature of the truck that I like a lot. Looking at it, and if you push down on it, the suspension is very good. If you push down on this side over here, the back tire over there will actually stay on the ground, which is cool, and vice versa. So each suspension per tire actually works like it should. Another very cool feature is the front axle turns, and it gets a nice turning radius, but another cool thing is the back axle also turns. Doesn't really turn that much, but it does help the turning radius a lot, so that's also very cool. You could crab walk it in whichever way you want to do it. The model also features many opening doors, and I'll just go through those very quick. Just a new way that I'm trying to do the reviews. I'm just going to show everything. So this door right here opens. This door opens. This one opens. This one. And this one, that's for the left side. Anyway, I'll zoom in now and show you some of the detail. So going to the front, it's a very interesting look. I like it a lot. And one thing that I do want to say is that the colors of this truck is also very nice. So looking at the front, down below you can see the step here. And the cool thing about the step is that it can pop up. So that's pretty cool, I guess, if there's low ground clearance or whatever it may be. And then you can push it back down. And if you look at the step, you can see that it is extra, which is pretty cool to say the least. So that's a very cool feature. If we turn to the front, this might be a little bit hard to show, so just give me a quick second. And if we turn to the front, you can see it's just loaded with equipment and whatnot. You can see it has these windshield wipers, which unfortunately, it might be like this on the real one, but I'm not sure. But the windshield wiper right here is straight up. I don't know why that's like that. I'm assuming it's like that on the real one. And then you have two others over here. The cool thing about this model is from the sides you can't really see much into the cab. But from in the front here, you can see there's just one big pane of glass. And there's one centered steering wheel. And then there's the seats to the side. Over here you have the lower windows, and you have the mirrors, like you have that over there. And then you have this apparatus right here, not sure exactly what it is. It looks like it's to spray water, and there are hoses leading to it. And if you're careful enough, you could turn it, but it does pop off like so. But you could turn it and whatnot. Over here, it says Striker, and then you have your brake lights. I'm guessing, I don't know what they would be doing there, but I'm not exactly sure they're red, so I'm just assuming that. And you have lights under here, and you have 44 under here, and the horns and whatnot. Coming to the side, the hubs on the wheels are, as you can see, very nice, and the paint matches the body. So, and I believe that those are metal, but I'm not exactly sure. A very nice thing is that the rubber on the model is also pretty soft, and it's not extremely glossy, so it gives it a very realistic look. Going to where the door is, unfortunately the door doesn't open, but the other stuff does make up for it. Like I showed you before, these open over here, and if you look on the inside, not exactly sure what it is, but it looks like another hose. And if you close that, you come over here to these roll downs, and I'm just going to slide them all up. And you can see some more stuff, probably some pumps, some storage compartments and whatnot. And you could put them up all the way, but sometimes it's a pain to bring them back down. You want to be careful when you bring them up and down, because they are pretty delicate, being that they are plastic. And right here, this opens right here, and once again, not really sure what's in there, but it's cool that it opens. As if you didn't know already or read from the title, this is the Clark County version. I really like it a lot. If you look at the close-up of the decals, you could see that they're very sharp. You could even see a decal as little as that. This is water level, which is cool. And on the back, you can see the plane, and it's from Las Vegas. In the back, you can see once again tires look great and the rims look great. And if we come to the back of here, you can see another roll-down gate, and I will open it right now. And it reveals the engine in the back, which is very hard to see. Even if I tilt it up, you could just make out some hoses and whatnot. And if you look right here, you can see the etched through of compartments for the engines. Now I'll roll it back down, and the best way to roll it down, if you can't get it, is with the little pick. Or if you could push it, and sometimes if you push it, it rolls down better. And you can make out more little decaling. Coming to the back, what's interesting about the back is that it does have some more compartments that open. But what's odd is that these don't roll down or they don't roll up, so they're just open like that. But another cool thing is that this opens right here, and it looks like from the inside that there's just, some inputs and outputs, and it's cool how it opens. It actually pushes completely out, and this ladder right here does fold down, and it is all metal, which is also really cool. You can see there's a bunch of lights, and you could even make out the exhaust right there. Like I said, all metal, and I always just keep it up. And underneath you could see some tow hitches. I'm not sure exactly if anything's supposed to go there, but if it is, I didn't put anything there, as you could tell. Coming to this side, and I'll push that in and show you it like this. You can see it's pretty much just exactly the same. All these doors open. I'll go through them quickly, but this side is pretty much exactly the same as the other. And I'll open up all of them and then go to each one and show you what's there. So here is what it looks like with the doors open. Looks pretty cool, and I believe that the inside of the doors on this one has more detail than the other side. Over here, pretty much the same. One thing I do want to say is each compartment, whether it opens or doesn't, has a number. So if you look here, you could see it says fuel 10, and right there it says 9. So the next one is obviously going to be 11. And looking over here, you can make out 11, that'd be 12, 13. We could see the hoses. They don't move or anything or unravel or anything, which I honestly wouldn't really expect it, but for those wondering if they do. And in these compartments over here, more hoses and whatnot, so that's also pretty cool. Now, going to the top of the truck, which is very cool because it has one great and a very cool feature that puts this model different from the rest. So, looking up top, a bunch of cool things that you can make out, and this is what I like cool. It says foam, and then it says water, and you can make out all the etched catwalks up here. Now, looking from the back, you can see right here is the engine, assuming that's the radiator, so that's why that grating is there. And you could push in on it a little, but it pushes the suspension down, but it's very easy to make out that is rubber. Over here, you could see warning, the beacon, and there's also one on the other side, as you could tell, and one of the lights up here, and all the handrails. All these handrails are metal, which is great. Over here, you can make out the foam and water. Unfortunately, they don't open or anything like that. To be honest, I really wouldn't expect them to, but if you are expecting them to open, they don't open. And a great thing about this is all these catwalks, well, not catwalks, but kind of like the mesh grating up here is etched through. So, that's pretty expensive to do. So that's why, the truck has a nice price tag on it. But it gives it a awesome look. Coming right here, before I go any further, you can see there's a ladder right here. And if you could get it. It does come off. It's just hard to do because of the clips, but the ladder does come off. I'm not going to take it off because it's going to take too much time in the review, but if you could get it off, it does come off. Coming over here, you could see more lights and beacons all over here. Over here are the antennas. I'm not exactly sure what this is, so sorry about that. And you can make out the top of the windows up here, and this is obviously truck number 44. Now, one thing that I want to show you guys, and I'm sure you're waiting to see, is the boom on the truck. Let me just come out here. Now, I'll show you it. Alright, so I'll put the truck like this. So the boom raises to right there, and then this part, the extension on it, or I guess you could say the jib on it right here, will lower all the way down, and then it'll come that far up. As you can see, sometimes it doesn't really want to hold it, I guess because it's so heavy and long. But the cool thing is that this extends. So you could get even more, I guess you could say, radius. So if you put it out like that, you could go like over the planes and whatnot, which is cool. And maximum height is probably around 12 to 14 inches, which is cool. It does swivel. It doesn't really swivel too much. It only goes to around right there and right there because there's a part blocking it, but I'm assuming it's like that for a purpose. And now I'll just zoom in on it to show you guys what it looks like. So the head of it is actually pretty nice and interesting. You can see there's just a bunch of hoses running to it. There's a decal there. You could kind of twist this up like this to get the aim on it, but as you could tell, there's a lot of force and it really doesn't want to stay up, so that's unfortunate. And you can see the piping that runs along it, and that runs along the whole thing. Pretty interesting, and it makes for a really nice display. Alright, so I'm not personally into any type of fire trucks, and I don't have much knowledge in them, but doesn't take away the fact that it's a great model. And one thing I want to say is that it is a very big model. It kind of dwarfs any other smaller truck or, you know, single or tandem axle truck. It's very long, it's very wide, and it's very tall. Retails for around $189, which if you're into fire stuff, I believe it's worth it, or maybe if you're not even into it, but I would wait till it's on sale. You know, if you want to get it, if you're not in a rush to get it, or if you're into like construction and whatnot, which is what most of my viewers are into. Pricey, yes, but you do get what you pay for because it's just a monster of a truck, and you can see there's great detail. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the review, and take care.